what's up? It's ModestMickey and I am back with another story time. This one is about the time that a female deer nearly killed my family on the way to California. If you are interested in hearing about that, please keep on watching. This story takes place about 3 years ago or so. I had just purchased a car. It wasn't a brand new car, but it was new to me. My dad and we agreed that it was time for me to purchase a new car. It took a while, but eventually I did find a car that I could see myself driving. This car, it's an SUV. It seats 7 people. If my family and I decided to go somewhere traveling in a car or going to different places to hike around in Oregon and things like that, then we wouldn't have to take 2 separate cars. We could just go in one car and go comfortably. So that was the main reason why I picked this car. It was a 7-seater SUV. I purchased the car on a Wednesday night. It was somewhere in between the middle of the week because I literally bought this car just a couple, maybe a few days before my family and I were gonna go on our trip to California. We had gone for Christmas break, I think. It might have been Thanksgiving, but it was during the holidays. The day comes when we are supposed to leave, we pack all our stuff, we get everything ready, and we're done packing sometime in the evening. From where I am at to get to California to the part where we were visiting, it's approximately a 16-hour drive. It takes a few people, taking turns driving, that way people don't get tired. We were very excited and super awake, so we decided at the very last minute that we were going to leave that same exact night. We all had not slept. I was gonna take the first round of driving, then it would be either my mother or my father who would be driving. They were gonna sleep in the car while I was taking that first round, so it was okay. We were gonna get some rest and it would be fine. I think I was kind of sick, I was coming down with something. I had tea with me that had caffeine in it. I was just confident, that we were gonna get to California without a hitch, right? Wrong! We're driving down I-5. If you guys know what I-5 is, it's this big interstate that goes through California. I think it actually starts somewhere in Mexico, but it's California and then it goes all the way through Oregon and it goes through Washington and I believe it goes into Canada. It's a huge interstate and you can go north or south. So if you're trying to go down to California, the chances are that you may have to take I-5. We are still in Oregon. I'm driving first. A few hours into my drive, we are getting close to a city called Grants Pass. The roads start to get a little curvy. It's a dangerous kind of drive, especially if it's at night. And it was very late, around, I wanna say it was 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm the driver. My mom is my passenger, my 2 sisters, and my dad are behind me. Everybody is sleeping, basically. I'm just, driving and I'm relaxed. I'm listening to music, I believe. Usually when I drive, if it's at night when we're driving to California, I'll have my headphones and I'll put them in my ears. That way I can continue listening to music while my family is sleeping. On the left side, there is this median, I think that's what you call it, but it's a cement barrier that goes in the middle of the interstate and divides the southbound lanes and the northbound lanes. And then I believe on the right there was also those cement barriers, and I don't know if there's a ravine or cliffs, but there's tall, super tall trees, pine trees on the sides. So I'm assuming, we're in the mountains, obviously, so there's probably hills. It would be a bad thing if somebody fell off the right side. So I believe there was a cement barrier there because of that reason. Keep this in mind. There is a car behind me. I could see the lights in my rear view mirror, but they weren't so close behind me that if I were to slam on my brakes, they would have hit me. They had plenty of reaction time. There's 3 lanes going southbound and I'm in the middle lane. I'm not dozing off. We were about an hour away from where I was supposed to stop so that my dad or my mom could relieve me and then I could rest while they drove. So we get to a turn, turned to the right first, so it's kind of like this, and then we start turning to the left. You can't see what's at the other side of the turn because of those cement barriers. I can't see what's on the other side because my light can't go through those barriers to, you know, illuminate the other side, correct? And I'm driving, I want to say at about 50 miles an hour, to the point where you can't just immediately stop if something were to like come in my way, or if somebody were to like come in and cut me off. It would be very hard to not, you know, lose control because one, I'm taking a bunch of turns, there's like curves everywhere. It was not safe if I were to have to make an immediate stop. Remember that. I come up to this turn. I make that right turn and I'm about to start making this left turn. And I'm going fast, okay? Fast in the sense that if something were there, I cannot stop. There was a deer.
A doe, a deer, a female deer.
Laying in the middle of the road, and it happened to be in the lane that I was in. It happened so fast, so I'm not sure if it was laying, like it had been hit already, or if it was sitting. The way I remember it sitting. So weird. Just sitting down like, oh, this is a comfortable spot in the middle of a freaking road. Its head was still up. As soon as the headlights hit this deer, it looked right at me and it was staring into my soul as I am driving right head on towards it, okay? My immediate reaction is to swerve to the left. And I'm so thankful that my family, my parents specifically, they told me not to hit the brakes if something like this were to ever happen to me, because if you do that, the chances of you gaining control back are very slim. I've never, ever, ever wanted to hurt an animal if I could help it. I swerved, so I was getting out of this middle lane and I'm going into the far left lane. And I do make it there, but my right front tire goes over this deer. I don't know if I went over its like, I think I went over its head, I'm not sure. We felt a bump, okay? There was a bump. That is what made me lose control of this car. I was swerving, just, I could not gain control back of my car. At this point, everybody in the car is awake. My sisters are awake, my dad is awake, my mom's awake. My parents are trying to guide me through this. I just remember my dad was telling me, don't hit the brakes, don't hit the brakes. I have my foot off the gas pedal, but I'm not hitting the brakes. I'm able to gain back control of this car. I pull over to the right. You know, we start assessing the damage to the car because I felt like we hit that deer really hard on this right side where my mom is sitting at. My dad and I get out the car and my car is black, so it is pitch dark outside. We can't see anything. We're trying not to get hit by cars. We're just using like our phone flashlights, I think. As far as we can tell, the car is fine. I'm kind of frustrated because I literally just got this car 3 days ago, 2 days ago, something like that. To the point where if I wanted to, I could have returned this car to the dealership and been like, no thanks, I don't want it. That's how new it was. I am shooken up. I'm shaking. My dad's like asking me like, what happened? Because like they were all asleep. They have no idea how I lost control of this car. There was a deer in the middle of the road. I like got into that turn and I didn't see it, and by the time I did see it, it was too late because I got into the other lane, but I still went over with the tire, blah, 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 blah. And my dad's like, okay, like, it's okay. Thankfully, we're all fine. That's the most important thing. I get into the back seat, buckle myself in, and I am wide awake. My adrenaline is pumping so hard that I can't go to sleep anymore. A deer!
A doe, a deer, a female deer.
Tried to kill me. To this day, that front bumper still pops out. It still pops out, and it's a daily reminder that I hit a deer. Thankfully, we did get to California safely after that event. you know, especially during the holidays. Our family is expecting us to arrive there and something to have happened to us that would have been terrible. And not only that, like for myself, you know, I'm the one who was driving, and if something did happen, I would have to carry that. Thankfully, nothing happened. My dad, he kept bringing up the story of what had happened. And then, of course, people are making fun of me because apparently I killed Bambi's mom. Most stressful moment in my life. What you can take from this is, you know, just drive carefully. Always be on the lookout for wildlife. Just drive safely, especially if you're driving at night, and especially if you're driving really late at night. Just be careful because you never know, and you don't want to end up causing an accident that could potentially hurt you or hurt your loved ones. Nobody wants that. If you enjoyed this story time, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you would like more story times like these, or if you have any suggestions for different types of videos that you would like me to post. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. You know that you want to keep watching videos like these. You can also click that little notification bell so that you get notified first thing whenever I post videos such as these. See you guys very soon. Bye!